everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to teach you how to paint a floral border. So let's do it. Okay, so to start, I'm just going to go through all my materials. I have my Arches watercolor paper, I have my Winsor Cotman watercolors, I have my Princeton snap brushes, I have a size 10 and a size 6 on hand, my water and my paper towel, and we're ready to go. So I'm going to be doing a floral border, and I usually don't use a guideline, but recently I've been struggling a little bit. So today I'm going to just use a guideline. This was just the insert of a frame, an 8x10 frame that's 5x7. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to put it on top here, and I'm just going to lightly trace there just to give myself a guideline of where I want my florals to stay. So like in this framed area, I don't want my florals to go out. It can go out a little bit, but I generally want them to stay in this area. So guidelines can always help. Okay, and we're ready to begin. So things you need to do beforehand, pick your color palette. You know, if you need some inspiration, go on Pinterest or Google and look up floral color palettes. I'm just gonna wing it here. You know what, let's go really colorful. Let's just do lots of different colors, see how this goes, and we'll begin. So using some of the florals that I've taught you in my other videos, I'm just gonna do a bunch of them. I'm not gonna go too in depth of how to do them. If you would like a more in-depth tutorial on each flower, go through my videos. I have spring florals, winter florals, fall florals, and I go like through each step of how to do them. I will explain a bit as I go here, but just maybe not as in depth. So let's go with purple, because why not? So I'm just going to take a light wash of my purple here, and I'm going to do a flower. Now because it's in the corner, I want a flower that kind of comes out this way, so the center's in the middle and the petals are facing out that way. I gotta remember to work in frame here so you can see, so I'm just gonna move my paper up, and I'm just going to do one petal here, another petal here, making sure I leave some of that white space in between petals. Just gives that nice separation. And then another petal this way, just kind of curved. And then another petal, but you only see a bit of it, so it's kind of like, I don't know, a lemon shape. I'm gonna be really good with my words today, guys. Not at all. And then I'm just gonna go back in and add a bit of shading with my darker pigment, just using more paint than water, like that. You can bring some of that out just with lines. Now, if you haven't watched any of my floral tutorials before, this is called wet on wet, when you're dropping some wet paint onto a wet surface. So you'll get this nice color bleed. If this doesn't happen just like this, it might mean your paper is not the best quality for this, but just keep trying. I'm actually going to do another petal out this way. Okay. Then I'm going to take some indigo, dark blue, and I'm just going to drop some in the middle. I'm going to let it bleed a bit, like that. Okay. Cleaning this up a bit. All right, and then I'm gonna do some greenery. So I'm gonna take my sap green, and I'm just going to touch a bit of the purple there. I really like color bleeds in my purple, or in my purples, in my paintings, my florals especially. And that's when one color bleeds into another. But if you don't want that, just try not to touch the stem or the leaf to the flower. Guys, I apologize. My words are not coming out properly. I'm a bit sleep deprived. My son is in a sleep regression right now. We're struggling quite a bit. It's been a really rough week, hence why I haven't gotten out any videos lately. This is like my first one since, and I'm having a bit of trouble. Okay, so there's some flower. There's one flower there. Let's move on to maybe a pink peony, maybe. Okay, and you're just using some of the paintings, or sorry, some of the florals that I've taught you in the past, just to create a floral border however you like, okay? So I'm just gonna create a petal shape here. And then another, this is gonna be kind of like a side version of a peony. And I'm going to try not to touch the pencil marks there, just because you can't really erase pencil marks once they're underneath watercolor. So just keep that in mind. I'm going to bring some of that darker color over here. Like that. Get some more of that greenery. And I also advise you to use different greens too, just to give some contrast between light and dark greens. I'm currently not doing that just yet, but I will. Also with my leaves, sometimes I like to go in with some darker color. So I have my Hooker's Green Dark over here, and I just tap the base of those leaves just to give it some depth there. And when I usually do a border, I tend to do the bigger flowers in the corners, and then maybe some small flowers here, but mostly greenery. So let's do a bluish purple flower here. I'm gonna mix some of my blue with my purple over here. I'll do another one of these type of flowers. So my petal, other petal. Yeah, that's already dry, so I'm just gonna go over top, and it's gonna act as like a layered petal there. Okay, and it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be too neat and clean. Just do it however you like. I'm just gonna drop some darker color in there. Like that. You know what, I might do another one of these flowers over here, just to kind of keep it uniform. Have these flowers spaced out. That's kind of like when I'm doing a wreath or a border, I'll do the same flowers, just space them out evenly so it kind of looks not symmetrical, but just they kind of just go together. It's not just random flowers placed randomly, because if you have like 10 peony in one area, it might look a little odd. It's just kind of like a floral bouquet. You're not going to put all the same flower in one spot, right? You kind of move them around. Not like I really know firsthand. I'm not a florist, but I'm guessing that's what you do. Okay, now I'm going to create a different color green just to change it up a bit. So I'm going to take my Viridian green, which is this like almost turquoisey green, and I'm just mixing it where the sap green is. They're both greens, it's fine. Then I'm gonna take my dioxazine purple, mix it, and it creates a really nice dark green. Like that. You can create light petals of it by using a lighter wash. You can create darker petals just by using more of the paint. Like so. Okay, and then I'm going to add another flower in here, which I will put over there after. So let's see, we got some purple, we got some pink, we got some blue. Let's go for some peach. Yeah, peach. Maybe I'll throw in a rose there. So I really do, even though I haven't done it in this painting specifically, I really do recommend looking up reference photos or different color palettes. It just helps sometimes to get a really nice kind of cohesive picture of the colors that go nicely together. I mean, you can do this for sure, but as a beginner, sometimes it doesn't always work out the way you want it to. When you just kind of throw a bunch of colors together without planning. You know, I'm not much of a planner, which I should be because I get really frustrated when things don't work out. But okay, I'm just mixing some of my pink with some orange, and I'm just going to throw it in there like that. I'm going to create another one over here too. So just by doing my rose, just squiggly circular lines, and then I use the belly of the brush to make larger C curves. Now I kind of want to go over this line, so I'm just going to erase that guideline just a bit, just so you don't see it after. That's okay, I went over that line a bit. It's all good, guys. It's all good. Then I'm going to create some leaves. Maybe I'll mix my sap green and that viridian green, dark green that I made, just to create a new green. Touching the rose a bit. Okay, so those are a bunch of different florals that you can put around to create a border. I'm gonna speed this up and just start plotting these flowers in different parts around the border, and then I'm gonna show you how to create some filler just to fill up some of those white spaces. So let's do it. Okay, so now that all the flowers are done, if there are any little white spaces that you'd like to get or touch up, you can definitely do that. I'm gonna erase some of these pencil lines. You can do smaller ones. Do some darker ones that just kind of pop out. Give it a little bit of contrast in there. Just try and spread them out a little evenly if you can. Just wherever you think you'd like them to go. And there you go. There is your floral border. You can do some writing or lettering in the middle, or put a picture, or whatever you like. Just use the color, choose your own colors, your own kind of florals, and just kind of space them out evenly. And there you go. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. I really hope you liked it, and I hope you learned something. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and follow me on Instagram for more. Have a great day, guys. Bye.